24 ghosts you won't believe exist. 24 Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. This is one of the most reputable ghost images from 1936. It's the Brown Lady of Rainman Hall, and the photo was taken by Captain Halbert C. Provand. Provand was a photographer for Country Life magazine, and it was believed that Lady Dorothy Townsend's ghost still lurked around since her passing in 1726. 23. Unexpected visitor. This lady had recently moved to a nursing home, and her family took her photo while she was sitting in the garden. When they got them developed, the elderly lady couldn't believe that in the background was her late husband. They insist there was no one around when they took the image either. 22. Look carefully. If you have to squint a little, don't worry, so did I. But in the left-hand corner is a Gettysburg officer in full uniform. The Battle of Gettysburg took place in 1863, and up to 51,000 people died during the three-day battle. 21. Sleepless nights. You might have those if you're staying in the Worley B&B Inn, as this ghostly image was snapped by a professional photographer. The staff at the inn believe that this is the ghost of Claude Worley, a young boy who died by being hit by a train in the 1800s. 20. Coincidence? This is a photograph of Robert A. Ferguson, who had just released a new book on psychic telemetry. He was speaking at an event in LA in 1968 and was so surprised when this image was developed after his speech. He was pretty sure that it was his late brother appearing in the shot, who got killed in World War II. 19. School's over. Either this is someone who didn't hear the school bell ring, or this is a ghost of a past pupil who clearly has some unfinished business to take care of at school. 18. Death becomes her. The electric chair is freaky enough as it is, but to discover a ghostly apparition makes it 10 times worse. Ted Lucha was updating this electric chair, and he noticed this face in the chair, as well as a hand on the armrest. Hope he got paid a bit more. 17. Believe it or not. We head to Boot Hill Cemetery for our next ghost that appeared in this photograph taken in the 1990s. The guy in the photo dressed up in some period clothing, and the photographer used black and white film for the period picture. When they developed the images, there was a small boy in the background wearing period clothing, who was definitely not around when they took the pics. 16. Unexpected guest. Glad this woman has her dog for protection, because if you look through her doorway's glass, you see a pretty spooky image staring right back at you. 15. A free spirit. This photo was taken just before this man passed away, and it reveals some strange lights and mist. Some believe the spirits were there waiting to take him away, and others believe it was his spirit actually leaving his body. 14. An extra student. This class all of a sudden had an extra student, as seen by the freakishly weird hand that has cropped up in the class photo. I would be glad to be ending the school year if I was in this class. 13. Parting is such sweet sorrow, and clearly whomever owned this beautiful Queen Anne bureau was not keen to see it go. I wouldn't be either, as some of them are worth a bit of money. Have a look at the disembodied hand on top of the bureau. 12. A workaholic. This is a picture of the ghost of Lord Combermere in the library of Combermere Abbey. You would be forgiven for thinking it was just a glitch when developing, except that the day that this photo was taken was the day of his funeral, which was taking place miles away. 11. Not a happy ending. This home stands on Myrtle Plantation and apparently has up to 12 ghosts roaming around. The most well-known ghost is Chloe, who was a slave girl who worked for Clark and Sarah Woodruff. Chloe was caught listening in on a personal conversation that Clark was having, and in a fit of rage, he actually sliced off one of her ears. She always wore a turban to hide it. It was said for revenge, she baked a cake with poison inside. Sarah and her children ate the cake and died, and the other slaves murdered Chloe and threw her in the river. 10. Can you spot it? This home where this image was captured is known to be a haunted house, and perhaps this image will further fuel those rumors. Have a look at the face to the right. 9. Open 24/7. This restaurant may be closed for business to humans, but it's clearly still open for business if you're a ghost. The camera in this establishment has picked up this ghostly figure roaming the place. 8. Real or not? Another area that is believed to be very haunted is Bachelor's Grove, a cemetery in Illinois. This was taken by the Ghost Research Society in 1991, and they are adamant that no one was around when they took the picture. It does look too good to be true, doesn't it? 7. Ghosts from the past. This little boy was snapped at a graveyard, and somehow the image has been linked online to Ed and Lorraine Warren, possibly only because they were paranormal investigators. However, investigators looking into all their ghostly evidence confirmed it was all blonde.